You're getting ready for your first deployment. So you show up at 82nd Airborne. You're there. You're getting ready for your first deployment. You know you're going to Afghanistan, and you're leaving just after Christmas. And here we're going to the book. My dad didn't talk to me about leaving. Over the next few days, we hung out and did whatever we normally did. But most he said during that time was, be sure to keep your head down. Then, the day before I left, Dad told me a story about when he went into the Army. He'd taken washable paint and written a note to his parents in their shower stall where they were sure to be able to see it. It said one short sentence of reassurance. All will be fine. Early the morning that I left, I took a washable marker and went into my parents' bathroom. Right above the faucets, where they were sure to see it, I wrote the same short message. All will be fine. I was miles away from the house when my dad called. He told me he saw the note. I didn't say much, and he didn't say much. He told me he loved me. Then his voice became hoarse, and his words of support for me came out broken and choked. First time going on deployment.
And it was a little rough, too, because a guy from my hometown, a Marine, he was a buddy of mine. His dad's my baseball coach. His brother was in my grade. The day after Christmas, on the 26th, he got shot by a sniper in Iraq and ended up right through his heart, and he didn't make it home. So my brother's actually, his girlfriend was Chris's little sister, and she was at my house, and I found out from friends that what had happened before the family found out, from people that were deployed with the unit. So, I mean, that was rough on my parents, to have me, in a couple of weeks going overseas, and then I'm at home the day after Christmas, a guy gets shot that I know. Yeah,
there's, I think that's one of the hardest things for, when military families see someone wounded or killed, they know that could be their loved one. And that's why that's days before you're leaving, man. That's harsh.
And we're close friends with the family. Like I said, his dad coached me from I think 10 years old up to 14 14 or 15. But knew the family really well. So it was a little rough and things like that for a bit on my parents. But people now when they see me, they say, "Hey, do you go and speak to a lot of military things?" And I'm like, I don't really do that much. If they want me to come in, I will, but I'm not sure if guys going overseas want to see me on stage saying, "Hey guys, you're gonna be A-okay." It's probably not the route I talk to a lot of companies, but when it comes down to that, I'm like, "Hey guys, you'll be good over there." It's like some movie that I don't know what it is, but they're like, "The infantry made me the man I am today."
Starship Troopers.
Yes. Yeah, I've never seen it, but I get told that line. Yeah. He's got like 2 fake legs.
He's good. He's real good with movie quotes, especially bad movies.
I'm so glad. I forgot you were here. No, it's great every now and then. Chime in.
So your first deployment, are you an E3 or an E4?
When I went over there, I think I was an E3. Or I might have been an E2 actually. My first one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was only in the military like 6 months before I deployed.
That's crazy.
Oh, it was a good time. I worked for a colonel.
Yeah. You're doing basically PSD for the colonel, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So like, try being like a young private. You go to a unit that's not infantry. You don't get treated like crap. You work for a lieutenant colonel,
right,
who's a direct descendant of Colonel Custer. It was his great uncle.
Dang.
The guy's just as wild, Scotty D. And he always walk around saying, "What's better than a pair of aces, guys? 2 pair." And he show like the double A's on his arms. And phenomenal guy, really. And we just go around with him. So if we ever got yelled at, my team leader was a cook, Sergeant Rush. Like if we ever got yelled at, he'd just go to the colonel and be like, "Hey, so they're bothering us." And the colonel would be like, "Don't you touch my guys." And I'm like, this is so nice being protected. So literally a colonel.
So that was a relatively cush. And you were living on if you were the colonel, I'm assuming you were living in like pretty good.
Fob Salerno.
Oh, yeah.
And they have like hard buildings and they had tents. We were in the very first hard building.
Dang.
Oh, we all went in and bought satellite internet and had a shower every day.
Yeah.
Hot meals. It was wonderful.
How often are you rolling out into town?
Every day.
Okay.
But we'd go out and do government work and come back.
Okay.
And then I was in the gym. I'd go at 8 o'clock. I don't like being in the gym with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, I don't want no one on my machines. Mm-hmm. And I superset it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd go from 8 to 11 at night, just crush it. And then midnight chow, which is like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. No crowd.
Oh, you're like, I'll take omelets and hot wings today. You know?
Oh, you get the combo breakfast and dinner scenario going down.
I know you're a much cooler guy than me, but when you get the midnight chow at Fob Sal, I'm telling you, it's like, I want the hot wings. I'll take pancakes and omelets. And I want you to throw some mashed potatoes and gravy on that.
You guys, it sounds like on that first, well, you didn't even shoot. You didn't even shoot your gun first deployment.
Didn't have to. I was on patrols every day. I had a suicide bomber run up on us and like detonate on the front of our truck. Just like, what an idiot. You know? No, I mean like, and like, you know, his nutsack's hanging off the light and his, you know, but he's just, the truck's not hurt at all. It's like, genius, bro. Genius. Job well done.
A for effort, like a F for judgment.
Yeah, yeah.
But still, that having a suicide bomber hit your truck, that's at least a reality check at a minimum, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. So it was our one of our front trucks, and then also we had a guy run up on the colonel opening a hospital and detonate himself. I was in the truck at that time, like in the gun, but we just found out if we go out there and we just make sure that everybody knows we're really aware. Every time we take a turn, you know, our guns are rotating. We're not sleeping. We're up and out. We didn't really get messed with, and that helped. I mean, I was in a place where there was bombs and things like that, but I was very protected. You know, EOD would roll out before the colonel went anywhere.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How many gun trucks would you take on a convoy?
Just
with
four.
The colonel?
Just four of us.
With him in the 3 truck or 2 truck?
He was in the 2. I was his gunner the first like 6 months.
Nice.
And then I moved to like be a TC.
But the threat level was like medium. I mean, because you would have taken you would have taken a bigger convoy with more aggressive facilities. If
I was in it was all Humvees before like any other and I had a 249 like as my main weapon. I had a saw.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, the front truck, 50 cal. Back truck, we're gonna give you a mark, and you're just gonna get a saw. Yeah. I was like, oh, awesome,
thank you.
So I had a saw. That's why I put it up there like it was a big old gun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good times.
Yeah.
Why didn't they give you a real gun up there?
Apparently my biceps were big enough. That was a real gun show. You know, and I get that. I had 22s at the time. I got some supplements sent to me. Respect. The SF guys found a way for me to get some of their supplements. It was wonderful.